ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Black Hole. Oakland has won the toss, and they've elected to receive. Ryan Lindell will send it away. And back deep for the Raiders, Ronald Curry and Carlos Francis. 33rd meeting between these two teams. Oakland leads the series 17-15. Their last meeting October 6, 2002, a thriller. Oakland winning 49-31. This is the first time the Bills have traveled and played at Oakland since 1977. Gus Johnson along with Brett Jones. Both these teams come in with an 0-1 record. Raiders lost 24-21 to Pittsburgh last week, and the Bills 13-10 losers at home versus Jacksonville. As you take a look at the series history. And in the past, these two teams have put up an awful lot of points. Buffalo, Oakland, and we're underway from Network Associates. Here's Francis. The Oakland Raiders will start from the 20-yard line as Rich Gannon comes onto the field. He was the 2002 most valuable player in the league. As you take a look at his numbers last week, a 300-yard game, his 24th career 300-yard passing game, 2 touchdowns, couple of picks, also fumbled the ball, lost one of them. 3 fumbles for Rich Gannon. First down and 10 for the Raiders, starting their own 20. Tyrone Wheatley lines up as the lone setback. Now Zach Crockett motions into the backfield. Gannon throwing on first down over the middle, and it's caught. Looks like his tight end made the reception. Doug Jolly makes the catch, third-year man out of BYU, a gain of 5. Raiders offense after week 1 ranking 12th in the NFL. Robert Gallery, first round pick by the Raiders, 2nd overall. Out of Iowa, starts at right tackle. Eventually, he will be a left tackle. And Jerry Rice holds 13 NFL records. He's gone to 13 Pro Bowls and has 14 1,000-yard seasons. One of the greatest players in the history of the NFL. Second down and 5. Here's Wheatley over the left side, lowers his shoulder, and he gets to the 25. Back to the line of scrimmage. Nate Clemens with the tackle for the Bills. Network Associates Coliseum in Oakland, California. 33rd meeting between the Raiders and the Buffalo Bills. Their last meeting back in 2002. Oakland winning 49-31 at Buffalo. And this is the first time the Bills have played in Oakland since 1977. Third down 4 at the 26. J.R. Redmond lines up in the backfield. Here's Gannon with time to throw the ball. Sidearms it, and it's caught at the 30-yard line and out of bounds. Goes Curry after a gain of 7.
And Gus, you're going to see Ronald Curry come across that formation, and Rich Gannon looking downfield. It had to be 3rd or 4th read, and Rich Gannon just showed patience in hitting the wide receiver for the first down.
Defensively for the Buffalo Bills, they had held Jacksonville to only 145 total yards before giving up the game-winning 80-yard touchdown drive in the final 2 minutes last week. Vincent, after 8 seasons in Philadelphia, comes over to play for Buffalo. First down and 10 at the 33. Wheatley with an opening. Gets to the 37-yard line. Takeo Spikes makes the tackle after a gain of 4. Norv Turner is the new head coach in Oakland. His first year, he spent the 94 through 2000 seasons as the head coach of the Washington Redskins. Last couple of years, he was the assistant head coach and offensive coordinator in Miami. And Mike Mularkey on the other sideline comes over from Pittsburgh, where he served as the offensive coordinator for the Steelers. And this is his first opportunity as a head coach. There he is, Mike Mularkey, former tight end in Minnesota, Pittsburgh, originally signed by the San Francisco 49ers, cut. But he's had a very bright career and looks to have a very bright career as a head coach in this league.
He sure does, Gus, and he told us he just looks to play strong defense and run the ball, this Raiders defense. And Norv Turner pretty much said the same thing. So you look for a lot of runs on first and second down today, a lot of smash mouth style of football.
3rd down and 4 at the 39-yard line. Raiders need to go to the 43, and they give it to Wheatley, picking his way, and Wheatley will not pick up the first down, make that J.R. Redmond. He's short of the first down by about a yard. And the Raiders have a decision to make right now. .11:27 remaining in the first quarter, just underway from Network Associates Coliseum here in Oakland. And it's a beautiful day in the Bay Area at kickoff time. 65 degrees, partly cloudy, as the Raiders and the Bills renew their rivalry. Norv Turner getting another opportunity as a head coach in this league after serving as the head man in Washington. And the Raiders come up empty on their first drive, brings on Shane Lechler, who last year averaged 46.9 yards per punt, which was the best average in the NFL. Only had 13 touchbacks in 96 punts. Back deep, Nate Clements standing at his 12-yard line. Lechler, wobbly kick, hangs in the air, and Clements signals for the fair catch. It's out of bounds inside the 20. A 43-yard punt, no return. So coming up, Drew Bledsoe and the Buffalo Bills will have the football on offense. Oakland and Drew Bledsoe, the starting quarterback for the Buffalo Bills, 77 and 79 in his career as a starting quarterback. He's 12th on the all-time passing list behind Boomer Esiason right now. First down and 10 at the 15. Travis Henry lines up in the backfield. Here's Travis running over the left side. Travis with running room gets to the 20, out of bounds at the 21. Ray Buchanan ushers him out of bounds after a gain of 7.
And Mike Mularkey said they're going to run out this Raiders defense. Watch DeLawrence Grant, 59 linebacker. He gets caught inside right there, and that opens up the lane outside for Travis Henry to pick up 7 big yards.
Nice block on the play by Lawrence Smith, the left guard, first full year out of Tennessee State.
Man, way to give the offensive lineman credit. I like that.
There you go. Second down and 3 at the 22. And Henry, the single setback. Play action. Bledsoe steps up in the pocket over the middle, and he finds Travis over the middle. Gets to the 27. Danny Clark brings him down after a gain of 5. So Drew Bledsoe last week, 17 of 26, 153 yards and a touchdown in their 13-10 loss to Jacksonville. 8 of his 17 completions went to Eric Moles. Pat Williams anchors the offensive line at right tackle. Valerio, Teague, Smith, and Jennings. Backs and receivers. Travis Henry is a good one. Another 1,000-yard season 1 year ago, despite playing through injuries. First and 10 at the 27. Bledsoe in trouble, and Bledsoe sacked behind DeLawrence Grant on the blitz. And the Raiders drop Drew Bledsoe for a loss.
And DeLawrence Grant making up for that, getting caught on that first play inside, comes off the edge right here. Nobody blocks and goes unblocked right into the backfield. Obviously a running back mistake. Somebody's got to pick up that blitzing linebacker off the play action, and DeLawrence Grant getting right in and smacking Drew Bledsoe.
DeLawrence Grant, 4th year out of Oregon State, brings up second down and 18 at the 20 after an 8-yard loss. Bledsoe draw play. Travis Henry nowhere to go. Travis Henry dropped at the 22. Tyler Brayton leads the way. The Raiders held the Steelers to only 237 yards, but allowed a 10-play, 54-yard drive that set up the game-winning field goal last week. Warren Sapp comes over from Tampa. Ted Washington and Brayton. They utilize the 3-4 defense, so their linebackers are their strength. And Johnson, Tim Johnson, third-year man, replaces Napoleon Harris out of the lineup with an injury. Charles Woodson held out during training camp. He signed a one-year deal, came into camp in excellent shape. He's one of the best corners in the NFL. Down 16 from the 22. They need to go to the 37 and a half for a first down. Bledsoe out of the shotgun. Steps up. Fires, and it's caught. Bobby Shaw with the reception at the 31, a 10-yard pick. But Travion Smith is there to drop him immediately.
Their defense is much improved over last year's squad.
Brian Moorman, low snap. He fields it, gets over an end-over-end kick over the head of Philip Buchanan. Ball takes bounce, and the Bills will down it at the 5-yard line. A 63-yard punt by Moorman. A flag on the play, though. Flag on the play at the 5-yard line.
And clearly, when the ball was heading over Buchanan's head, he should have still tried to make an effort. Because it was kicked on a line, still had time to get that ball and get it upfield, because clearly you don't want to be inside the 10. And I think if he had to do it all over again, he'd have gone after it.
Illegal touching. Kicking team who went out of bounds and was first to touch the kick inbounds. The 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay, 4th down.
This early in the game.
So now Moorman stands at his own 12-yard line. Philip Buchanan, dangerous punt return man, is at the 30. He may get a chance to return this one. Another low snap, and they fake it. This one caught. Thomas. And Thomas gets to midfield. Wow. A 23-yard gain, first down Buffalo.
Now, the same guy that just messed up and causing that re-kick, and he catches the ball, and Joe Avezzano's trying to figure out what the heck's going on. We leave a guy uncovered, and that's what happened. It was audible by Moorman. He looks out here. The funny thing that brought my eye over to the side, Philip Buchanan started cheating up. Nobody's covering Kevin Thomas.
And Moorman with a terrific throw.
Yeah, that's the old one-on-none, Gus. Just loft it up there. Let your guy fair catch. Kevin Thomas, nice job on the rebound.
Bills with the football at the Oakland 49. And nowhere to go for Travis Henry because Danny Clark wrestles him to the ground. And that's a loss of 5 yards.
One of the things that we're seeing, and we talked about this Raider defense being much improved. Watch 55. Look at the pressure inside. He almost takes the handoff. Danny Clark coming over to the Raiders, former Jacksonville Jaguar. We've seen him make some tackles over the year, but this pressure defense that Rob Ryan has brought over to the Oakland Raiders, the new defensive coordinator, they looked really solid last week against the Steelers.
Second down and 15 at the 46. Raiders defense after week 1 ranked 4th in the NFL. Bledsoe under pressure. Bledsoe goes down again. That's the second sack of the day. This time it's Tyler Brayton.
And Tyler Brayton, Gus, is a guy that we loved last year as a rookie in his second year from Colorado. Big number 91, and he just gets pressure, goes right by Travis Henry. And you got to ask yourself, Travis Henry on Tyler Brayton one-on-one, because he misses him, and Brayton's right back in Drew Bledsoe's face and pulls him down. You can just feel this Raider defense, the intensity and the excitement from the guys that are playing on the defensive side of the ball, with Rob Ryan coming over and the style, the attack style of defense that they're all excited about playing.
Third down and 16 at the 45. They need to go just inside the 40 of Oakland for a first down. So with 5:47 to go in the first quarter, no score. Back to Oakland after this. Got Dr. Phil right here on CBS. Third down, 16 for the Bills. At their own 45, they need to go inside the 40 for a first down. Here's the handoff, and McGahee is dropped at his own 35. Willis McGahee goes down. That's because Terrell David was on the move. It's a loss of 10.
And guys, watch the pressure on Drew Bledsoe. It's coming off the corner. It's coming up inside. Everybody, this aggressive style of defense the Raiders are now playing. It's been a long time since we've seen that around here. And these guys are excited about playing in this style of defense. And Buffalo Bills are completely out of sync on offense. They got to go back to just pounding the ball.
Mormon punting from his own 20. High, wobbly kick. Buchanan camps under it. Lost his balance. That ball is holy Toledo. Once again, the Bills down it deep in Oakland territory. This time, though, no flags. A 64-yard punt. Buchanan may have lost it in the sun. Down it inside the 5. Coy Wire downing the football. Third-year man out of Stanford. So Oakland starts 1st and 10 at their own 2. Wheatley lines up as the deep man in the I formation. Flag on the play. Wheatley straight ahead. Maybe a yard. But this should be offside against Buffalo. Pat Williams.
Offside. Defense number 92. It's a 5-yard penalty. It remains first down. 5 yards to go.
So 1st down and 5 now. Raiders with a little room at their own 7. Crockett and Wheatley in the eye in the backfield. Play action. Gannon going across the field. Porter is under and he has it at midfield. Jerry Porter, 1st down, Oakland. A gain of 41.
Boy, Gus, and how about the patience that Rich Gannon shows? Play action, get those safeties to step up. That's the move right there. You see Coy Wire step up. That allows Jerry Porter to get behind him. What a toss by Rich Gannon. And Jerry Porter is a rising star in this National Football League. Get ready to hear his name all over because this young man can play.
Last week against 4 catches, 44 yards for Porter. No touchdowns. But we talked to the Bills yesterday at their hotel, and they told us the key to the game on defense is to stop Jerry Porter because he is the big play threat. Takeo Spikes was adamant about it yesterday. Big play for Jerry Porter. Oakland with the football close to midfield. Rich Gannon off to a very nice beginning. 3 of 3, 53 yards. Raiders have the football at their own 48, 1st and 10. Here's Porter with the catch, breaks a tackle, and Porter gets inside Buffalo territory. Troy Vincent, who's gone to 5 consecutive Pro Bowls, makes the tackle.
We spent some time with Jerry Porter, and we talked about him. He said, hey, I'm one of the older guys now. I got to hit these young guys, and you can see him getting the ball in the flat, just the strength that he's got. A little arm push, shove aside Nate Clements. Jerry Porter, it just seems like he's so much more mature, and he even mentioned that when he first came into the league.
He's had a chance to play with Tim Brown and Jerry Rice, so that'll get you mature quickly. Gannon side-arming the football, under pressure, goes down, intended for J.R. Redmond. And Ron Stone getting up slowly. 6th-year man out of Utah. Right guard.
And how about the way that Rich Gannon's thrown the ball thus far early in this game? A lot of question this offseason, coming back from an injury last year, and Kerry Collins coming in, and people thinking that Rich was going to lose his job. And I have to say, I was one of the guys that thought that Rich might not be in Oakland anymore. And you just got to respect the job that he's done this offseason, working hard. Had a phenomenal preseason, and he's still tossing that ball all over the field.
3rd down, 6 at the 48. Gannon out of the shotgun. Gannon dumps it. Ball caught, and it should be a 1st down. Ronald Curry with the reception. Now let's go to New York for the first time, and Greg Gumbel with an update.
To root in the booth, but my partner happens to have Curtis Martin on his fantasy team, and he's playing Boomer today, and
I'm going to crush Boomer.
He's celebrating. First, never seen us update celebrated so greatly.
Amos Zaraway, the former Steeler, running the ball, gets out of bounds, and a flag on the play. Jeff Posey pushing him out of bounds. This fantasy league is exciting.
There's a lot of people playing it. 25 million.
Holding, offense number 84. It's a 10-yard penalty. It remains 1st down.
Jerry Porter called for holding. And there's Kerry Collins, comes over from the New York Football Giants. And basically, he's 31 years old, and Rich Gannon is a little older, but the entire organization announcing that Rich Gannon is still the starting quarterback. There is no quarterback controversy in Oakland.
And I thought that was a smart thing for Norv Turner to come in and establish right away. that you just don't want to get into that situation where you got half the locker room divided. And Kerry Collins had a very solid preseason as well, but you want to have everybody know who your main guy is.
First down and 20 at the 48. Gannon, straight drop back, and he dumps it off. This time it's Zaraway making some nice moves, and Famous Amos gets to the 41, a gain of 11. The Cleveland Browns winning last week over Baltimore, taking on Dallas. Here's Greg.
Pick Vinny. In fact, Vinny and Eddie and Keisha, that's like 35 years worth of football experience on that play.
Second down and 9 at the 41. Raiders in the offset eye. Here's Gannon. Once again, he dumps it off to Amos Zaraway. And Zaraway lowers his shoulder on the sideline, gets to the 35. Nate Clemens didn't like it. Amos Zaraway out of West Virginia picks up 4. And Brett, who should we keep an eye on?
Well, Gus, there's some obvious guys with this Oakland Raiders offense, but here's a guy you probably haven't heard of, Doug Gabriel. This young wide receiver, second year out of Central Florida, has made some spectacular plays this preseason. Got a big opening week touchdown last week. Kid can flat out fly. Just an impressive young route runner, and Raiders snuck him, I believe, in the 5th round, and he is a guy that's been under the radar, but you got to keep your eye on him because he could explode at any moment.
Had a 58-yard touchdown last week against Pittsburgh, 3rd and 5 at the 37. Gannon fires. This one is caught. Raiders doing a terrific job. Ronald Curry picks up the first down, and Rich Gannon is really spreading the football around.
And he's being very patient, but Ronald Curry right there made that play happen. He does a nice job running on the infield. Watch him set up his change of direction. He goes inside, gets over his knee, slides right back out. There's his defender left way back behind, slipping Terrence McGee on that turf, or rather the infield. And Ronald Curry, I've heard a lot about him from people within the Raiders organization. Tremendous athlete. When you look at the future of this Oakland Raiders offense, there's some huge talent at wide receiver.
You have to really credit Mike Lombardi with some of the decisions that he's made, as Tyrone Wheatley is stopped in the backfield by London Fletcher. But Mike Lombardi, the assistant general manager here in Oakland, has found some diamonds in the rough. Gabriel, Curry, 2 of them. Back after this. Raiders on the move.
Stranger, faces look ugly when you're alone.
And welcome back. No score from Oakland as we begin the second quarter. Raiders with the football, second down and 12 at their own 28. This is the 9th of the drive that started at the Oakland 2-yard line. Gannon pumping, looks backside, pulls it down, and just fires it out of bounds. Hi, everybody. Gus Johnson along with Brent Jones, and the Raiders' passing game looks terrific to begin this one.
Isn't Rich Gannon looking pretty sharp? And I think really the thing that stands out right now is his offensive line is giving him time to throw. The Bills, on the other hand, haven't given Drew Bledsoe a whole lot of time, and that blitzing defense has been really putting some pressure on Drew. So yeah, we're going to have a battle. A game that we thought was going to be all running thus far has been a little bit more passing than we thought.
All right, so let's see if Rich Gannon can keep up this furious pace.
Intentional grounding. Oakland number 12. 15-yard, 10-yard penalty. Loss of down. 3rd down.
So Rich Gannon called for the intentional grounding, and they will not only lose yardage, but also the down.
And a little late flag. You know, you got to get out of the tackle box. You got to get beyond the tackles. This is where it is. Rich Gannon, he feels pressure, and he steps back inside. And if you're still in that pocket and you throw the ball away, they're going to call intentional grounding. Little late flag there. Just checking to make sure Rich Gannon wasn't beyond the tackle box on either side. But now Rich is a veteran guy. He knows better than that.
Rich Gannon has played for a number of teams in the league. Minnesota, Washington. It's like he could still play, but they were teammates in Minnesota. Brings up 3rd down and 22 at the 38-yard line. J.R. Redmond in the game, and Buffalo calls a timeout.
Timeout. Buffalo, their second.
14:54 remaining in the second quarter. No score. Back after Gus Johnson, Brent Jones, and the Raiders are faced with the 3rd and 22. at the Buffalo 38-yard line. Raiders 3 of 4 on third down conversions to start this game.
Because this is a spot where you want to look for Doug Jolly, the tight end, maybe split in the middle of the field.
And a flag. Some movement on the offensive line.
I think the big rookie might have flinched a
Number
little bit.
76. 5-yard penalty remains, third down.
That's Robert Gallery, you're right. Second overall pick out of Iowa.
7, 325. He didn't have any fat on him.
Not at all. Third down and 27 at the 43. Gannon steps up in the pocket. Pump fake. Looking for the home run. Wide open. Touchdown. Ronald Curry. Ronald Curry beat his man deep.
And guys, part of the help beating his man deep was that nice little hitch by Rich Gannon, little pump fake, and Ronald Curry getting beyond the defense. Been all over the field thus far in the first half.
Sebastian Janikowski comes in to attempt the extra point. Is good. Ronald Curry, 5 catches, 72 yards, and a touchdown. The Oakland Raiders, if you didn't know, are explosive. Gannon and the Raiders take a 7-0 lead. Here's a young man that is an athlete. Only picked in the 7th round, played quarterback at the University of North Carolina, but coming out of high school, he was the National Player of the Year in both football and basketball. And it's taken him some time to adjust, but he is on the rise. Playing special teams now. Janikowski sends it away. McGee. And the Bills running. And they get up to the 25-yard line. A 22-yard return by London Fletcher. Actually a linebacker running the football. 7-0 Oakland here in the second. 14:40 to go in the second. Buffalo takes over at their own 26-yard line. Ronald Curry with the lone score, 43-yard touchdown from Rich Gannon. Bledsoe underneath, that ball dropped. Mark Campbell, the tight end, the intended receiver. And let's take another look at the touchdown.
Because we hear about double moves all the time. Watch Ronald Curry look inside here on the cross. You see that head come back? That freezes Rashad Baker. Rich Gannon has the pump fake. Not even close. That was a big-time veteran route. Ronald Curry on 3rd and 27. And how about Rich Gannon? He is coming out on fire.
Second down and 10 to the 26 for Drew Bledsoe, though. And the Bills. Here's Travis Henry with a huge lane, and Henry goes down at about the 34-yard line. Ray Buchanan makes the tackle. Now, CBS Sports has added a new element to the broadcast. It's called Stat Tracks. After every play, you will see updated stats of the offensive players involved in the play. Look for the stats coming out of the score box in the upper part of the screen. Stat Tracks will keep you up to date on all your fantasy players throughout the game. And that's very important. Down and 2 at the 34 for the Bills. Raiders showing blitz. Now they back out of it. Henry following his blocks, cuts it back, and he slips. I don't know if he got it. He looks short. In the meantime, the final season of Everybody Loves Raymond is about to begin. And just so you know, we say
The field, of course, used to playing on artificial turf, and he just on the play prior to the 3rd down play, he had some open running room and tried to cut back, slid out. He's probably got the 1/4-inch cleats on. Travis Henry has got to adjust his cleats. That's twice now that he's fallen down when he's had some big yardage in front of him.
Mormon stands at his 20. Philip Buchanan back at the 24. Wobbly kick, hangs in the air. Buchanan signals for the fair catch. It's a 31-yard punt, no return. Spectacular day here in the Bay Area. Raiders up 7-0. He has changed his cleats.
And he's got to get those longer spikes in, Gus, and that's one of the natural things that usually happens when playing on artificial turf.
Rich Gannon to the sideline. Joey Porter with the catch, bobbles the ball, and manages to hold on. Nate Clements makes the tackle. Can't get his footing, Travis Henry.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the little things, Gus. You're going to see him on that second down. He had some big running yards, and feet just slid up from under him. And one of the things, when you have those quarter-inch cleats, you come out here, the field is very nice, it's solid, but one of the things, you got to have your cleats grab. And if you go longer than quarter-inch, if you go half-inch or three-quarters, it bothers your feet. So a lot of running backs, wide receivers like the quarter-inch ones, but if you don't have your footing, you got to change it.
And that's what he's done. 2nd and 10 at the 34 for the Raiders. Here's Wheatley. Tyrone Wheatley over the 35 to the 37-yard line before being dropped. These stunning views of the Raiders area are courtesy of the Saturn Lightship. The crew of the Saturn Lightship hope you're enjoying today's game. Oakland, California. Rained earlier today. As a matter of fact, it was pouring.
I thought we were going to have a horrible field, and that's why actually I went down on the field before the game, and it's actually pretty dry.
About 6 a.m. the rain came down, but it went away. Perfect conditions. Gannon to the sideline, incomplete. Intended for Ronald Curry again. And that brings up 3rd down. Make that 4th down.
Well, it's a little surprising that, Gus, that both these teams are throwing the ball as much here in the first half. Both coaches maintained that they were going to be playing smash mouth football, that their teams were built on defense and running the ball, pounding it in, taking some shots downfield off of play action. We've seen both teams go to the air, and I'm a little more surprised that Buffalo has done that early on, because Mike Mularkey said, hey, we're going to stick with our philosophy, and the philosophy is we're a smash mouth team.
Leckler, beautiful spiraling punt, backs up Nate Clements, takes it, bounce it into the end zone. So it's a 62-yard punt, but a 42-yard net. The Bills will start from their own 20. 7-0 Oakland. Coliseum, it's been tough sledding for the Buffalo Bills. They've run 10 plays, and they have 3 yards rushing, 31 yards passing. A total of 34 yards. 1st and 10 at the 20. Bledsoe to throw on 1st down. Looking, and he dumps it off. That's his fullback, Damon Shelton, with the catch. A gain of 6. And Drew Bledsoe has been under a little bit of pressure to start this.
And Gus, one of the things that the Bills all have been telling us is they're going to be a smash mouth running team. Taking a little bit more opportunities throwing the ball, and pass protection isn't necessarily the forte of this offensive line. In fact, they've struggled for the last couple years significantly. In fact, you see the most time sacked, including last week, Buffalo Bills leading the brigade. Of course, the Raiders are up there as well, but they had a couple of additions this offseason. Ron Stone, Pro Bowler, coming over from the 49ers, and then Robert Gallery. You talk about clogging up the pass rush lanes. All of a sudden, the Raiders' offensive line is looking much more solid than last year. Bills still struggling, and they need to be able to, Gus, to be able to get that positive yardage running the ball on 1st and 2nd down. And right now they're just trying to figure out, Gus, on the field where Shelton's knee was. He caught the ball, and actually one of the extra yards, they're just checking to see where that ball ended up being spotted.
2nd down and 4 at the 26. They hand it off to Henry, and Henry picks up a couple. Tackled on the play by Danny Clark, the linebacker. 2nd down and 4 at the 26. They hand it off to Henry, and Henry picks up a couple. Tackled on the play by Danny Clark, the linebacker. Now coming up on the Nextel halftime report, join Greg, Dan, Shannon, and Boomer for all of the latest NFL scores and highlights. That's all coming up on the Nextel halftime report.
Looks like those guys are having a lot of fun in the studio.
Yeah, they're having a good time.
A lot of great personalities in there. Looking forward to a big year.
3rd down and 2 at the 28. Bledsoe sprinting out. Flag on the play. Bledsoe takes a sack inside the 15. Danny Clark stops him again.
Man.
But there is flag.
And Gus,
And it's going against Buffalo.
Gus, I just don't understand 3rd and 2. If you're a smash mouth team, that's exactly the
Illegal
situation.
motion. Offense, number 80 is declining. 4th down.
Gus, that's the situation you want to be in. You're a smash mouth team. Your offensive line, the big monsters, get some push, get some yardage. You roll out Drew Bledsoe, and I respect Drew, but he's getting a little older, and this pressure defense of Rob Ryan here with the Oakland Raiders is causing tremendous havoc in the Buffalo Bills backfield.
So Mormon, his own 2-yard line. This kick short. Takes a bounce and gets out of bounds inside Buffalo territory. So once again, the Raiders are set up. Only a 29-yard punt by Mormon. That one off the side of his foot. Now don't forget, Monday on CBS, it's a season premiere so intense, one CSI investigator won't survive it. CSI Miami, Monday at 10, 9 Central on CBS. America's most watched network. First down and 10 at the Buffalo 46 for the Raiders. Rich Gannon hit Ronald Curry for a touchdown to give the Raiders a 7-0 lead. Here's a quick strike. Joey Porter wants to throw it. Wide open. Oh, and he couldn't get it off. Coy Wire dropped him for a loss of 4.
And Jerry Porter was going to throw a touchdown to the other Jerry, the greatest receiver to ever play the game, Jerry Rice. Watch Coy Wire get through. You know, Jerry Porter actually pulls it down. Maybe he didn't think JR was open enough. I didn't see anyone around Jerry Rice.
He was wide open. Jerry Rice was wide open.
And you know, when one of your receiver cohorts doesn't throw it to you and you're open, you got to let him know.
Second down and 14 at midfield. Gannon checks it down to Wheatley. And Wheatley stops at the 49. Let's take another look.
Yeah, let's judge Jerry Porter's decision-making process. All right, Jerry, you're on the clock.
Rice is in the slot, I believe, Brent.
Yep. We're going to get the quick hitch outside. Oh, there's the safety jumping. Hello, Jerry. Well, JR is going to go back and
have a little conversation.
That's exactly right. And Jerry Porter is a phenomenal athlete. I was actually in a home run hitting contest with him last year at Pacific Bell Park. And that kid can do it all. I know he can throw the ball.
Third down and 14 in midfield for Gannon out of the shotgun. They need to go to the 36 for first down. Gannon in trouble. Scrambles, fires over the middle, and it's incomplete. Gannon making a nice move to avoid the rush, getting it off. So the Raiders will have to punt it away.
And Coy Wire once again wreaking havoc in the backfield for the Raiders, and you see Rich getting forced out right away. Pressure. And actually that's Terrence McGee coming from that corner position.
Leckler, hand over end kick. He wants a good bounce. And he gets it. How about that? That's the Darren Bennett style of punting. The great Aussie rules player who for so many years was successful in a Pro Bowler with San Diego, now in Minnesota. And a thumbs up for Leckler.
When was the last time we went on and on about punters? Never. I'll say
you sound disappointed.
Two of the best punters in all the National Football League in this game today, and that might be the last time I ever say it, but both these guys are huge weapons in the battle of field position, and what a bonus it is to have a guy like that on your team.
So the Bills start from their own 8. Bledsoe going up the sideline, incomplete, and a flag comes out. Intended for Eric Moulds, and it looks like Charles Woodson holds him up a bit. And this will be pass interference called against Woodson.
And they might have gotten Charles Woodson for a little bit of arm bar when he turned his head around. But we haven't heard Eric Mold's name called much in this first half, and that's because Charles Woodson has been all over the receiving.
Pass interference. Defense, number 24. Hooks the receiver's arm at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
And I'll tell you what, Gus, it is tough getting away from Charles Woodson. And you see that shot right there, and he just got to Eric Mold's left arm. You see Molds come up with the right arm. He couldn't get his left arm up over the top. Good call by these officials, but I'll tell you, Woodson is in top shape this year and is going to be tough to beat.
28-yard penalty. Henry looking for an opening, gets outside, breaks the tackle, finally out of bounds at the 40. Flag on the play. Anderson, the strong safety, pushes him out of bounds. Shannon Sharpe has joined our CBS team, and he's also joined the team at NFL.com. Log on and read Shannon's thoughts on the week's action in the NFL as only he can tell it. It's all at NFL.com or at NFL on AOL.
Personal foul, major face mask, defense number 24. From the end of the run, 15 yards, automatic, first down.
So back-to-back penalties on Charles Woodson.
And let's watch Charles Woodson. You see right there with Travis Henry. Yep, when you get that helmet turn, that means you're not letting go. When you see a guy's neck snap like that, they're going to call a 15-yard time. It's 2 in a row for Charles.
43 yards in penalties on back-to-back plays for Charles Woodson. First down and 10 now for the Bills inside Oakland territory at the 46. Here comes the blitz. Get it off to Henry. Henry to the sideline, lowers his shoulder, gets out of bounds, tried to run right over Phillip Buchanan. And he picks up 4 yards.
And that's what you want to do against the blitz. Get some positive yards. Drew Bledsoe, nice, solid job of reading the blitz, and Travis Henry getting out. Watch Tyler Brayton get out there and force him out of bounds, though. Nice hustle by the big defensive lineman.
Travis Henry, last season, rushed for 1,356 yards, averaged 4.1 yards per carry. Played with all kinds of injuries, a broken leg and an injured rib. Flag on the play. Travion Smith making the tackle.
And I think Travion Smith was the one that was offsides, trying to time that count, and Drew Bledsoe gave it an extra degree of cadence, and I think he was offsides.
Offside, defense number 56. 5-yard penalty remains, second down.
Because if you're the Buffalo Bills right now, and you're a smash mouth team, and that's going to be your identity this year, this is the time where you want to pound it at this defense of the Raiders and keep pounding it. You're into their territory. Raiders have gotten some pressure on your quarterback. You know, they need 5 or 6 handoffs to Travis Henry at this point.
Second down and 1 at the 37. Here's Henry breaking tackles down the sideline. There you go. Bills get it to the 30-yard line. Travion Smith forces Henry out of bounds after a 5-yard pickup.
You see Henry getting sideways right there, and he's got the speed to turn the corner. Didn't look like there was a big alley. Travis Henry.
Travis Henry, a second-round draft pick in 2001, has led the team in rushing 3 straight years. Missed 1 game last year with a torn rib. Played the next week. Played 6 games with a hairline fracture in his leg. As Anderson comes off the field, Terrell David, the backup. Anderson in his 3rd year out of UCLA. Strong safety. But that's that smash mouth you're talking about.
Yeah, and Gus, actually Stuart Schweigert, the rookie from Purdue, is in as well the safety position right now. And I was talking about the Bills continuing to hand the ball off with Travis Henry. But if you have an injury at that safety position, you got a young guy in, I'd test him. I'd go after Schweigert.
And they're going after Warren Sapp and Ted Washington, the 2 tanks in the middle for the Raider defense. Play action. Bledsoe is tight end open. He misses him. And that one is underthrown, intended for Lee Evans. But Ryan Neufeld broke wide open over the middle, and Bledsoe just didn't see him.
A shot deep. He's another guy, Gus, that can get down the field.
Henry with running room. And Henry Gets to the 27. Travian Smith with the tackle. A gain of 5. So that brings up 3rd down 5 for Buffalo. Best drive of the game thus far for the Bills. 6 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
It seems like the Bills' offensive linemen have got their feet under them a little bit. A lot more solid, even in pass protection in this drive. They're finally starting to figure out what the Raiders' blitzing scheme is, and they're keeping an extra lineman in to block, an extra back in tight end, I'm sorry.
3rd down 5 of the 26. Buffalo needs to go to the 22. 1st down. They're bringing everybody, the Bills, and they hand the ball off. What a run. McGahee gets to the 20 and picks up a 1st down. Schweigert makes the tackle.
We know that there's been a lot of competition at that running back position, but McGahee can do some damage.
1st down and 10 now at the 20. Bledsoe finds Shelton out of the backfield at the 15. He stood up and goes down. 3 players tackling Shelton. Danny Clark leads the way after.
Bledsoe's hands much clearer. You see him delivering the ball out to the flat. Secondary receivers not giving the Raiders defense time to get to him.
2nd and 5 at the 15-yard line. Henry breaks it back and it's gobbled up at the 14. Ted Washington, former teammate with San Francisco, makes the tackle. To go in the second quarter, Oakland up 7-0, but the Bills are knocking on the door.
Oh man, now he's going to come looking for me.
Yeah, I know he is.
Oh, my God.
He's coming to look for you. 3rd down and 4 at the 14. Bledsoe, play action. Bledsoe in trouble. Bledsoe tosses it. Oh, it's incomplete. Drew Bledsoe doing a terrific job to get it off, and Bledsoe looks like he may be hurt. Bledsoe is on the ground.
And I think Ted Washington got him from the back of the leg, and the ankle might have rolled up on a little bit, and it's nice to see Drew get up. Look at the pressure of Big Teddy. And hey, how strong is Drew Bledsoe to get out of that hug?
Whoa.
Wow.
Danny Clark gets him on the way down.
We saw Danny Clark Friday afternoon after everybody had left the facility, going back and watching more film. And we gave him his props. We saw him make some big plays with Jacksonville, but he has been a terror in this first half for the Oakland Raiders defense.
Brings on Ryan Lindell. Last week versus Jacksonville was 1 of 2. Missed from 42 yards, was good from 25. This is a 32-yard attempt. Mormon is the holder. Got it down and up, and good. 32-yard field goal for Ryan Lindell, and the Bills are on the board. But the big question is, what's up with Drew Bledsoe? It's Monday right here on CBS. Bills send it away, and it's fielded at the 16-yard line. Ronald Curry is dropped. Nice tackle on special teams made by Terrence McGee after a 10-yard return. Coming up on the next member of the New England Patriots from Mo Lewis. That marked the beginning of Tom Brady's career. Tyrone Wheaton spinning, and he stood up and ushered out of bounds by Nate Clements.
And obviously he's got some fresh legs, and they were trying to hold off for a 3rd-round draft pick, and then of course the Patriots stepped up with the 2nd rounder and stole him.
Gannon, incomplete, ball thrown high. Jerry Rice, the intended receiver, but Jerry Rice, what can you say? 13 NFL records and 2 NFL and Major League Baseball living legends play right here in the Bay Area.
In fact, all you New Yorkers should be extremely jealous of the Bay Area, because there's the best baseball player in history and there's the best football player.
Now, I love Barry Bonds, but he couldn't be the best baseball player in history. He's one of the best.
I guess you haven't seen him then. Maybe you hadn't heard of him there on the other coast.
3rd and 10 at the 27. I don't know, a guy named Babe Ruth was a pretty good pitcher as well as a hitter in baseball. And this guy can run. Rich Gannon gets out of the pocket, and Rich Gannon picks up the 1st down. A 20-yard gain. And the senior citizen still has some giddy up.
Boy, and we didn't see that much here in Oakland during the preseason and last week, but if Rich Gannon can start adding this back to his repertoire, because this is one of the things that made him most dangerous. Of course, he's getting a little bit older, wants to keep the legs fresh, but what a weapon that can be when the pass protection breaks down and your receivers are covered downfield. Rich Gannon can really hurt you with his legs.
Rich Gannon kind of reminds you of Dennis Quaid and that Oliver Stone movie On Any Given Sunday. The aging veteran quarterback trying to keep his career alive, so bright, so talented.
That's a 2-minute
so
warning.
many years. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 7-3 Oakland. Remaining in the second quarter. Don't forget, coming up, the Nextel halftime report. Greg Gumbel, Dan, Shannon, and Boomer for all the latest NFL scores and highlights. It's coming up on the Nextel halftime report. Play action. Gannon scrambles, throws on the run, flag on the play. Ball caught by Amos Zaraway. He goes out of bounds after 2-yard pickup. But this may be a holding penalty.
Offense number 67. It's a 10-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Ron Stone.
And we talked about Ron coming over from the San Francisco 49ers and really solidifying or helping to solidify this offensive line.
Your former team, 49ers.
Managing to fight. Got some young talent on that team. The guys keep working hard.
First and 20 at the 37. Ball caught at the 40-yard line. Curry looked at him as he makes people miss. Ronald Curry all the way to the Buffalo 42.
Wow.
A 22-yard pickup. What an athlete, folks. 1:36 to go. Timeout on the field. Oakland. Fans always exuberant.
I think there's going to be a lot more to cheer about for him this year.
Tell you what, they look explosive on offense. 1st and 10 at the Buffalo 41 against a terrific defense. Here's the handoff. And Zaraway with running room, and Zaraway gets to the 35. A 6-yard gain. London Fletcher bringing him down.
You know, I'm not so sure that the Raiders need to be a smash mouth team this year. If they can get Rich Gannon protected. We talked at the top of the show about the depth of this team and the strength being the wide receiver core.
Here's Gannon quickly to the line of scrimmage, pumping underneath, and he finds his tight end, Doug Jolly. A 7-yard pickup.
Gus, right at a minute, Raiders going on the ball. Rich Gannon relaying the plays. Outside. Clearly got time. 1 timeout left.
Here's Gannon again. Underneath. Whoa, what a catch. That is a beautiful catch by Jolly. My goodness. Doug Jolly looked like Spider-Man.
You know, Doug Jolly did a smart thing, staying on the ground. How many times do you see guys get up and try to run with their back turned and you get hit and you fumble the ball? He just stayed down. He knew it was amazing. Thrown a little bit behind him, watch him reach back with one arm going the other way and lasso that baby in. And Doug Jolly, we talked about the wide receivers, but as a tight end, he is one of the better receiving tight ends in this National Football League. Rich Gannon taking a little bit of shot after unloading that, but Doug Jolly, Gus, is a guy I think that's a little underutilized in this offense.
3rd down and 1 at the 18. 34 seconds remaining. Tyrone Wheatley looking for the first down. I don't know. Jeff Posey with the stop. And they will stop the clock and bring out the chains. Yeah, Oakland calls a timeout. They have 1 left.
Going. Wouldn't be surprised to see it.
Raiders pick up the first down. Watch Curry, the wide receiver, at the top of your screen. He's been terrific today. Gannon steps up, and he dumps it. Nice catch by a fan in the stands.
That was a nice catch in the stands, and you saw Rich go ahead and use that pump fake. Buffalo Bills did not bite this time.
Watch this fan in the stands. He goes to get it.
Nice way to lay it out.
Oh.
Catch it with your hands. That's nice.
Does he have to give it back? That's the question.
Oh, man, there's no way. I'd not give that back. I'd make him kick me out of the stadium.
Second
Keep that,
down,
baby.
Second down and 10 at the 17.
92, Razor, hurry up!
Gannon. And Gannon is sacked. McGee. Back up right corner, comes up.
And you got to hustle, Gus, to get the guys on the field to try to kick the field goal at this point.
No timeouts left.
That's the one thing you can't do is take a sack in that position. Got to get guys off the field.
5 seconds. Janikowski's in, and it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. That is the end of the first half. The field goal will not count.
Boy, and that looked like a fire drill.
Under 2 minutes results in a 10-second runoff. The half is over.
So because of the penalty, it results in a 10-second runoff, and that's the end of the first half. Rich Gannon taking the sack, a no-no, and at the end of the half, Oakland leads Buffalo 7-3.
And Gus, even though you take the sack, you got to have that special teams ready to jump on the field. Nobody was paying attention.
That's the end of the first half. 7-3. We'll be back with the Nextel halftime report after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS. Time Raiders with a 7-3 lead over the Bills. Welcome back, everybody. Gus Johnson along with Brent Jones, and that Raider defense in the first half did a terrific job against Buffalo.
All over Drew Bledsoe and also all over Travis Henry. Neither team really able to establish the run at this point. We both coaches talked about trying to do that, and really the key thus far has been the Raiders in the passing game really dominating over the Buffalo Bills right now.
But if you're Buffalo, you have to feel good. You didn't play your best half offensively as we take a look at the halftime stats. Therefore, in the second half, you're down only 7-3. You still have a great chance in this ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. And you look at these stats and you say, geez, the Raiders have to be winning by 2 touchdowns plus. It's only 7-3. Raiders had a big foul up there right before halftime. They haven't had phenomenal clock management these first few weeks of the season. Some miscommunication. Rich Gannon sack. Didn't have the special teams field goal unit ready to go onto the field. You have to know that with no timeouts left and your quarterback gets sacked, you had 20 seconds, hustle the team out there and kick the field goal. And we had a couple guys coming off the field late, illegal motion, automatic penalty, run out the clock, and the Raiders missed a chance to get 3. But like you mentioned, Gus, this Buffalo Bills defense has bent, but they haven't broken. 7-3, you got to feel pretty good about that, given all the yards that you've given up and the big plays that the Raiders have made.
Sebastian Janikowski kicks it away for the Raiders. And here come the Bills starting from the goal line. This is McGee. And McGee gets up to the 20-yard line, 20-yard return. All right, let's take a look at the fantasy notebook.
Jeez, what was I thinking?
And you let him go.
What was I thinking?
Thank goodness.
I was trying to get a great sleeper, and I had one, and I traded him away.
Here's Henry running the ball, almost it, and gobbles it back up down to the 22. Tyler Brayton makes the tackle.
Boy, I love
Second down and 8 at the 22. Play action. Bledsoe sets up over the middle. That one is picked off. Ray Buchanan. Buchanan down the sideline. Cuts it back. Buchanan still running out of bounds. Buffalo 10.
You know what they called him in Atlanta? Big play Ray. Very physical corner, move to safety with the Raiders. Obviously has some range, doesn't bite on the play action. Drew Bledsoe puts some heat on this ball. Travis Henry has got to catch that ball. Little high, slides right through his hands. Ray Buchanan, that's a gimme right there. And a solid job by Ray Buchanan, not biting on that play action, maintained his position. Big play Ray, getting a little spike on that action.
First turnover of the game for the Bills. Buchanan, a Pro Bowler in '98. Went to the Super Bowl with the Atlanta Falcons. Losing to Denver. His 47th career interception. First and 10 at the 12. Gannon steps up, avoids the rush, but finally is dropped Second sack of the day for the Bills. Gannon downed at the 19 by Pat Williams.
Big Pat Williams laying thick, and getting credit for the sack. But a lot of credit, Gus, goes to Nate Clements, who came on the quarter blitz. Coming off that corner position, made Rich Gannon step up right into the hands of Pat Williams.
Seven-yard loss as Pat gets off the field. Second down and a long 17. Here's the handoff to J.R. Redmond. And Redmond is stopped at the, I believe, 12 by Aaron Schobel. Aaron Schobel has turned out to be a player. Second-round pick. Had 11.5 sacks last year to lead the team.
Signed a big new contract extension last week, and it's great to see a young guy come into this league and make an impact. Kind of an unsung ball player, and really gotten some respect around the league. The Raiders clearly mentioned him in one of the keys to the game. We've got to be able to keep him out of our backfield.
Third down 10. Gannon fires, somehow gets it away. J.R. Redmond wiggles down inside the 5, and he may have a first down.
How about Rich Gannon? Look at Rich be able to break through the sack, get the ball out to J.R. Redmond. That he's around covering him, and Redmond, solid job. Extra effort, still going to be a little bit short, but so much better than a sack. And this is just going to be a chip shot for Sebastian Janikowski.
Sebastian Janikowski has been almost automatic from inside the 40. He has hit 32 consecutive field goals from inside the 45. This one from 22 yards away, and it's perfect. So the Raiders get points off the Buffalo turnover. 10-3 Oakland. Goal, but the field goal was set up by the Ray Buchanan interception, returned for 27 yards. Raiders send it away. McGee from the 1. And McGee pops it out at the 40. Flags on the play. McGee has to outrun Sebastian Janikowski, and he does down the sideline out of bounds. But there is a flag. I believe this one may be coming all the way back.
Wow. McGee sure hit that hole, but clearly this one's coming back. Would have been a nice momentum changer for this Buffalo Bills squad that's looking for any type of positive play.
During the return, holding by the receiving team, number 55. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Angelo Crowell negates an 89-yard return. Here it is right there, 55.
Getting jersey. Now, you know, at that point, you don't even need to hold jersey. Your return man's already gone by, and that's, you can see coaching staff on the sideline. You know what, you live and learn in this league, Gus, and everybody makes penalties and does things that at inopportune times, but you got to bounce back. And as much as Oakland seems to have dominated this game right now, Gus, the Buffalo Bills are still only 7 points down.
First down and 10 at the 18. Play clock inside 5. The handoff goes to Travis Henry. And Henry gets to the 22. A 4-yard gain. Philip Buchanan brings him down. 2 big plays so far in this game. Curry with a 43-yard touchdown. And a Drew Bledsoe interception. Ray Buchanan returned to 27 yards to set up a Sebastian Janikowski field goal. And a player down on the field, Chris Valerio. It's still awfully early in this ball game, down by 7. Travis Henry, Brent, is a tremendous player. You gotta be patient, in my opinion. 2nd and 6. To the sideline, ball caught by Bobby Shaw, and Shaw is taken down at the 34. Denard Walker with the tackle after a 16-yard pickup.
And let's watch Bobby Shaw work his magic outside, little head and shoulder, comes back to the ball, nice ball delivered. Right in the numbers is exactly where you want the ball. And Bobby Shaw, we've seen Bobby Shaw make some big catches over the years.
Came over from Pittsburgh, where he was a third down specialist, third receiver, 1st and 10 at the 33. Here's Travis Henry. And Henry gets to the 40-yard line. Some tough running there. Stopped on the play by Tyler Brayton after a 6-yard gain.
I like your philosophy of being patient.
Yeah, you have to.
But I'm just saying, hey, you've got this double whammy at the running back position. We just haven't seen Willis McGahee that much.
Well, you don't need to see him right now, Brent. It's the 2nd game of the year. Travis Henry has 13 carries for 41 yards.
Holy cow. Did you go to school, Travis Henry?
No, but
okay, I'm just checking.
This guy's a
hey, I said disrespect to him. It's just you got to change it up.
I disagree. Here's Henry again. Now Henry starting to move the ball. Akbar Bajabiamili with the tackle after.
Be tight-lipped.
That's right. 47-yard line for the Bills. Here's Bledsoe over the middle. Ball is caught. Josh Reed over the middle. A gain of 15 yards. Now Buffalo moving the ball. Marcus Anderson with the tackle. 1st down 10 at the Oakland 38. Quick strike. Moulds drops the hitch. Now keep an eye on that play, folks. Eric Moulds running that hitch. Because that's the setup.
And the Bills ran this hitch 3 or 4 times last week to Eric Moulds, and you got it, Gus. You know, when you run that hitch and you're getting pressure, it's almost time for the hitch and go, so you can get the corner to bite. You might see that before this game's over.
2nd and 10 at the 38. Bledsoe quickly over the middle of the tight end, Mark Campbell, and Campbell gets inside the 30. A gain of 9. He's close to 1st down. Henry, the deep back. Here's Travis Henry. Goes forward and picks up the 1st down. Bobby Hamilton makes the tackle.
They're starting to deliver some of the blows instead of absorbing them.
1st down at the Oakland 28. Henry the single setback. Here's Travis. And Travis hit as he crosses the line of scrimmage. Bobby Hamilton again. Ray Buchanan finally brings him down, and the Bills have had some trouble on the road. Their last 12 road games, their record 2-10.
That stat counts anymore. You get a new coach, Mike Mularkey's here. You got a little different locker room. You got a different defense. I just don't put a lot of stock in that.
Bledsoe to the sideline, and he underthrows Josh Reed on 2nd down and 10. That brings up 3rd down and long. Buffalo with a big play here.
One of the things that you got to consider is kicking. If they have to end up settling for the field goal, if they don't convert right here, you're going to be kicking off that infield dirt, which always makes it tough for a kicker to get his plant foot down.
3rd down 10 at the 28. McGahee in the ball game now. Number 21. Bills are 2 of 7 on 3rd down conversion. Here's Bledsoe, and he's going to take a sack. DeLawrence Grant. Bledsoe in the grasp, and that is the 4th sack of the day for the Oakland Raiders.
When the floodgates have opened in every big play, and you watch Drew Bledsoe, he got to know that. And great coverage by the secondary. I don't think we've given enough credit to Phillip Buchanan, Charles Woodson, and the safeties for the Oakland Raiders, because even when Drew Bledsoe has had time to get rid of the ball, his receivers have been covered.
But more importantly, the Bills out of field goal range. So they bring on Brian Moorman to punt. Standing at his own 48-yard line. Play clock at 0. So the Bills allowing it to go down to give Moorman a little bit more room. Well, now the official picks up the flag. High wobbly kick, Buchanan. And it's fair caught at the 9. 6:16 remaining in the third quarter. Oakland 10, Buffalo 3. And welcome back to Oakland. Raiders 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line. Here's the handoff, Wheatley. And Wheatley picks up a couple. And I'll tell you what, Brent, being here in Oakland has some kind of weird effect on us.
You know, I don't know what the big deal is. People just get excited. They're intense about their football here in Oakland, and it's just another day at the office.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty good day, but every time we come to Oakland, we feel a little different. And I guess this is no exception.
Yeah, well, you got to love the fans that love the game.
And they're passionate about their football here in Oakland.
I saw that guy recently, and that one too. Holding on the play. 1st down and 15. Running the football. Raiders. And this is Amos Zaraway. And what a great atmosphere here. You know, your mom brought those masks for us to have a little bit of fun with.
Yeah, my family's here. They love it. Excited to come out and watch the Raiders play. And I was on the field before, walking around down by the black hole. And you know what? Hey, they're good folks. They love their football. They're passionate about it. And they were happy to see a Bay Area guy here covering the Raiders. And they're hoping for a lot of great things this year. And you can see all the fans in the stands. There's going to be a lot to cheer about.
Gannon in the end zone. Flag on the play, and Gannon fires to the sideline. Ball caught at the 15.
And Gus, if that's holding in the end zone, that's going to be a safety for the Buffalo Bills, and that's what the Bills are running in to find out. Saw Rich.
Holding, offense number 86. The holding started at the 1-yard line. We'll put the ball at the 1/2-yard line. 2nd down.
Roland Williams, backup tight end, called for holding.
And let's watch. Here's Roland Williams right there. Wow. Wow. And you know what, Gus? I don't believe that can be reviewed. That's a judgment call. And there's where it's holding. And they're saying it was started on the 1-yard line. And you know what? The Raiders got a huge break right there.
Down in 18 at the 2-yard line for Rich Gannon. And the Raiders. Oakland keeps it on the ground, giving them a little breathing room over the 5 up to the 6-yard line. Tyrone Wheatley running the ball. Brings up 3rd down and 13 at the 6.
And Gus, in thinking it through, you know what? I don't think that you can go ahead and challenge, because it did involve the potential score, but the holding took place before that, and you can't challenge it. Well, that's, you know, that's one we've seen all these rules over the years, and that's one that we have not seen.
Gannon in the end zone throwing, and it's caught by Redmond. J.R. Redmond short of the 1st down, so Oakland has to punt after 5-yard gain. Is back at the 47-yard line. The Buffalo 47. High snap. Field. Here's Clements starting from the 42, looking for a hole. Good special teams coverage by the Raiders as he gets to midfield, a 9-yard return. So the Bills have terrific field position. Down 10-3 at the Raider 49. New quarterback in the game. Who's this? This is a trick play. And it's Mold setting up in the shotgun at quarterback. Charles Woodson chops him down.
Now that's the Mike Mularkey that we know from Pittsburgh.
Antoine Randall usually played that role.
There you go.
7 at the 40s.
We had some great enjoyment over the years covering the Pittsburgh Steelers with Mike Mularkey as their offensive coordinator. And you see a little trick and play right there.
3-yard gain. 2nd and 7. Bledsoe dumps it off. Intended for Travis Henry. And when you look at the Bills offensively, it just looks as if they have no rhythm.
The nickel positions, we've seen it from the corner positions. And the Bills just can't establish any momentum.
3rd and 7 at the 46. Bills 2 of 8 on 3rd down conversions. They need to go to the 39 for 1st down, and a timeout called by Buffalo. They need to go to the Raider 39 for 1st down. Bledsoe drops back. Underneath, caught by Eric Moulds. Moulds down to the 10. Schweigert with the tackle, and it's a gain of 36.
And Buffalo Bills are going to use Lee Evans, the speedster, rookie from Wisconsin, to clear the zone. Watch him going down the middle of the field. You're going to see him taking the safeties deep right here. And there comes Eric Moulds across the middle, what we used to call a dagger route. And here they are, lined up in tandem. And you see Evans, the speedster, going down the middle, taking the safety out of the zone, which Eric Moulds comes right across.
Here's Henry spinning, and he crawls to the 5.
Boy, and a big key to that last big play by the Bills. Drew Bledsoe had time. Raiders didn't bring the blitz.
And that's the 96th consecutive game for Eric Moulds with at least 1 reception. It's a club record. It's a streak that started on December 7th, 1997 at Chicago. There's another big streak on the line. Jerry Rice, we'll talk about him later. 2nd and goal at the 6.
False start. Offense, number 80. 5-yard penalty. It's still 2nd down.
Getting a little anxious. And you know what that says to me? That was going to be a pass. Because if it's a run, you're not that anxious to get off the line of scrimmage if you're a wide receiver. Could have been an Eric Moulds primary receiver type of play. And why not?
Might not necessarily be that bad of a penalty. It gives him a little bit more room to work with.
Man, you're starting to sound like me. You're exactly right, especially if you're going to throw the ball.
2nd and goal at the 11. Here's Bledsoe out of the gun. Steps up. And Bledsoe takes the sack. Brent, he's got to get rid of the football.
Gus, I think that ball's on the ground.
Bobby Hamilton and Warren Sapp with pressure.
Warren Sapp with the tackle.
Early on the play is a quarterback sack. 3rd down.
And that brings up 3rd down and goal.
Yeah, and you know, Drew Bledsoe's got to know that this Raider defense is coming after him. He's got to get rid of that ball. There's no area to run up inside there. A lot of penetration by this Raiders defensive line, blitzing linebackers. And you got to think the Raiders are going to put pressure on him right here.
5th sack of the game for the Raiders. 3rd and goal at the 12. Bledsoe again. With time, dumps it off. Campbell. And Campbell gets all the way to about the 1-yard line, an 11-yard gain.
Tyler Brayton with the tackle.
As Tyler Brayton brings him down, so Mike Mularkey and the Buffalo Bills have a decision to make on 4th down and goal at the Oakland 1.
And they're going to have the quarter break to discuss it. But if I'm the Buffalo Bills on the road on the 1-yard line, I go for it. This is your chance.
Could be a serious momentum builder.
Absolutely. You took the words right out of my mouth. A field goal is victory for this Raiders defense.
4th down and goal for the Bills. Henry over the right side. Did he get in? No signal. And he didn't. He did not get in. Travis Henry stopped at the 1-inch line.
And look at the penetration on the right-hand side of the line. And I'm just wondering, Travis Henry, once again, didn't get good footing. It looked like his foot stepped out. Looked like to me there was a hole. Let's see if he gets low. Does he slip when he cuts back? He tripped over one of his blockers. Something happened because it looked like he had the momentum to get into the end zone.
So Warren Sapp and the Raiders defense holds.
And he tripped, Gus, I think, over the left ankle of Tim Ehus, trying to get in.
So Oakland takes over at their own 1-yard line. Tyrone Wheatley, the deep end. Play action. Gannon looking. Steps up. Dumps it. And that'll give the Raiders a little bit of room as Zach Crockett makes the tackle. 4-yard gain. Check that. Zach Crockett making the grab.
What a huge stop by that Oakland Raider defense. Travis Henry, just unfortunate. Got his legs caught up and had the momentum. Looked like the hole and looked like he probably should have gone airborne, Gus.
2nd down and 6 at the 5. Here's Wheatley. Runs right into the line of scrimmage and maybe a half-yard on the play. Aaron Schobel there to make the stop, and the Bills have had all kinds of opportunities. Brings up 3rd down and 5. Oakland at their own 6-yard line. New personnel grouping coming in. A rough day for Drew Bledsoe. He's been sacked 5 times. Different story, though, for Gannon. 17 of 24, 190 yards passing. Empty backfield. Gannon underneath. It is caught.
Wow.
At the 15-yard line, 1st down, gain of 9. Doug Jolly.
And another spectacular catch by Doug Jolly. Not huge yardage, but very important catches. And you see the ball low, and you see Jolly go down and pull it back into his chest. Make sure he hangs on to it. Great presence of mind. That is such a tough ball when you're moving away. And you see him tuck it up underneath. Get that arm underneath to make sure he hangs on.
Jolly with catches for 31 yards. Amos Zaraway checks in at running back. They give it to Amos, and Amos is tackled quickly by Kelsey. The Arizona Cardinals and the NFL are honoring Pat Tillman today. For more, let's go to Greg.
Gus, it's exactly what happened at halftime of the Patriots-Cardinals game today. Tillman died in action in Afghanistan back in April. His family was on hand. His wife Marie spoke, and his number 40 jersey retired as players around the league wore their number 40 on their helmets today. And Pat Tillman was 27 years old. Gus and Brent, back to you.
And one of Pat Tillman's college teammates is on the field today. J.R. Redmond played with Pat in college, ball incomplete. And it's even closer to home. Partner, you and Pat went to the same high school.
We sure did. He clearly was much younger than me, but Leland High School in San Jose. And actually, my 2nd year with the 49ers, I had a friend that was coaching that said, you got to come out and see this kid play. And he ran for 100 yards, returned a kick, and he knocked a few guys out from the safety position. And I said, watch this young man. And had a chance to meet him once or twice over the years. Clearly followed his career. And what a tragic loss. But I just have so much respect for him. Of course, followed his story from the day that I saw him, and he went to Arizona State, and of course was with the Cardinals. And I don't think we'll ever see a kid, Gus, walk away from. We'll never see a kid walk away from $3.5 million to go serve his country, and I think that just says a lot about the person.
So J.R. Redmond, there's J.R., number 27, played Pat at Arizona State. 3rd down and 11 at the 14. Rich Gannon decides to run and gets down at the 18-yard line. Aaron Schobel there, a gain of 4. So the Raiders will have to punt it away, and Jerry Rice still does not have a catch. He's gone 274 consecutive games with at least 1 reception, a streak that started December 5th, 1985. The streak started when first-round pick Robert Gallery was 5 years old. Sends it away. Beautiful spiraling punt. Clements drops it, picks it up at the 25. Clements making some things happen with the wall. Clements cuts it back. Clements still running. Flag on the play. He's down at the 10. But let's see. And this may go against the Bills, a hold. A 55-yard punt and a 62-yard return.
A kick. Holding by the receiving team, number 56. The 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick to retain possession, first down.
Nate Clements with an electric run, but the holding penalty will send it back. The penalty, but this is our best guess right here. 53, Mario Hagan.
And I think Hagan's holding. It's either one of these two guys right there, and you see, because the flag was right down here about the 15-yard line, and the flag was already on the ground when the Bills were returning the kick. So second big hold on a kick return today for the Buffalo Bills. And you know, special teams is clearly an area where the Raiders thought they had upgraded this offseason, but today, were it not for a couple penalties, boy, the Bills would have gashed them.
So here comes Drew Bledsoe. 11:03 remaining in the fourth quarter. Oakland up 10-3. Buffalo with the ball at their own 16-yard line. First down and 10. Here's the handoff to Henry. Sprinting around the corner, and Henry picks up some yardage. Gets to the 24. Travion Smith tackle. Here's a question. Which quarterback wide receiver duo is the best in the NFL? Mark Bolger, Torrey Holt, Dante Culpepper, Randy Moss, Tommy Maddox, Hines Ward, Peyton Manning, Marvin Harrison, Donovan McNabb, Terrell Owens, or Carson Palmer and Chad Johnson. Cast your vote at NFL.com. Who do you like?
Well, it's tough to go against Peyton and Marvin, but Culpepper and Moss are pretty darn lethal as well.
No doubt about it. Second down and 3 at the 23. Bledsoe throwing to the sideline, and he skips that one to Eric Moulds.
Intended for Eric Moulds.
And a frustrating afternoon for Drew Bledsoe. Now, we've seen some great tandems in the past. How about this? Wide receiver.
Got to get it to him.
At the 23. Bledsoe. Underneath. Great catch and a first down. It's Reed with the grab going up high. A gain of 14. Gets over the 35 to the 37. Turdell Sands makes the tackle.
Drew Bledsoe threw that extremely hard. Josh Reed doing a nice job of knowing where the first down marker is. Ball delivered a little high. Gets up. Catches the back half ball. Solid grab.
14 yards, first and 10 to the 37.
Like a little confusion in that defensive set. Nobody around Josh Reed. Able to just stand there past the first down marker and turn his shoulders to Drew Bledsoe.
Henry spinning. And he's finally taken down by Ray Buchanan. So the Raiders defense is bent but refused to break. They've come up with a couple of huge defensive stands.
And you see the big interception by big play Ray Buchanan that led to a field goal, a sack, and we've seen pressure all day. And then, of course, this great goal line stand. And Travis Henry just tripping before he was going to get airborne, and Raiders defense swarmed him.
Second and 4. Henry again. Flag on the play.
And I think we're going to have a hold against this Bills offense right here. Looked like Ross Tucker.
Holding, offense number 65. 10-yard penalty remains, second down.
And that is Ross Tucker, number 65, fourth-year man out of Princeton.
And I think he's getting Bobby Hamilton. Came over from the Patriots, and a great acquisition for the Raiders. And you see that when you get that takedown like that. Referees, when you see those hands out and jersey getting pulled, they're going to nail you.
6 penalties, 45 yards for the Bills. 2nd and 14 at the 33. Bledsoe over the middle. Moles with the catch. Flag on the play. And Trey Teague, the center, may have been caught holding.
I think you had AGB back there.
Holding, offense number 70. 10-yard penalty remains, second down.
And that is Trey Teague.
I guess you had mentioned the Bills penalties and the yards, but you take that punt return and that kick return, that's probably another 120 yards in penalties that don't get added up. They just get, 10 yards for holding. The impact is far greater than that. And the only thing that's worse than penalties on the road is turnovers. Bills have had some of both today.
2nd down and 24 at the 23. Bills have to go all the way to the 47-yard line for first down. Here's the handoff. Taylor doesn't fool anybody. Danny Clark, what a player he's turning out to be. In his first year with the Raiders, 8 starts last year with Jacksonville.
And watch Danny Clark. He was not fooled at all by that slip draw. Right on.
To 24. They need to go to the 47-yard line for first down. Bledsoe swarmed under again. That is sack number 6. Tyler Brayton, his 2nd of the day. And the wheels are coming off right now for Buffalo.
And Gus, this is what's happened when you get away from your philosophy. The Bills today have just tried to put the ball in the air too often. Drew Bledsoe nowhere to go with the ball. You got to give credit to the Raiders secondary. Bills receivers haven't been open. Boy, if you can't get rid of it after 3 seconds, he's on his back.
Philip Buchanan starts from the 35. Buchanan gets a block. And he dives forward to the 50. A 49-yard punt and a 15-yard return. 6:52 remaining in the 4th quarter. Oakland with the ball and the lead. First down and 10 at midfield. Jerry Porter in motion. They hand it off to Amos Zaraway, and Zaraway tackled from behind by Aaron Schobel after a 4-yard pickup. Thursday on CBS, critics called the new Survivor a triumph. Last week, the women beat the men, but coming up this Thursday, the guys are out for revenge. Don't miss a minute of Survivor Vanuatu, Thursday at 8/7 Central on CBS.
And Gus, speaking of Survivor, this Bills defense, huge series for them. Sebastian Janikowski can clearly pop it from 55 yards out. So the Bills defense is going to have to tighten up, already down by 7 now with almost 6 minutes left in the game.
2nd down and 6. They throw it to Zaraway, who continues to run hard. And Amos Zaraway picks up the first down at the 36-yard line. Ryan Denny with the tackle after a 10-yard gain. But remember, one storyline in this game, Jerry Rice has caught a pass in 274 consecutive games. A streak that dates back to 1985. He has not caught a ball this afternoon.
Well, I featured Rosell Reese, and that was the guy that Curry did the out and up on for the Raiders touchdown here in the first half.
First down and 10 for the Raiders. Here's the handoff to Zaraway with running room. Zaraway doing a nice job. Gets to the 26. Close to the first down. London Fletcher with the tackle. He may have it. And here's another look.
Amos Zaraway coming in this drive and giving the Raiders a little punch on the ground. Caught a ball as well. And little juke. Nice little hole inside. The Raiders chewing up clock. Clearly into field goal range right now with a 7-point lead. The clock continuing to tick inside 5:10 now.
Jerry Rice still looking for his catch. He's the receiver at the top of your screen. Number 80. High formation. Here's the handoff. And once again, the Raiders keep it on the ground. No gain on the play. Aaron Schobel with the tackle. It's not too late to play fantasy football. To play now, just log on to CBSSportsline.com and click on fantasy football.
That was a big stop for the Buffalo Bills.
There's Jerry Rice, 20 years in the NFL. And he is not committed to retiring. He didn't say this is his last game, his last year rather. He feels good, especially with the new offense under Norv Turner. And with 4:10 to go, a timeout has been called by Oakland. They now have 2 remaining. Back after the game, except on the West Coast.
That was a huge 3rd down conversion. Goes without saying. Tyrone Wheatley just pounding it in there.
Here's Amos Zaraway now with running room. And this Buffalo defense has been on the field for a long time, Brent.
Yeah, you know, and you got to give them credit. They've held this Oakland Raiders offense to 10 points, and they've bent a little bit, but clearly haven't broken today. And right now the Raiders are just going to continue to be satisfied with keeping the ball on the ground. I wouldn't even attempt to pass at this point. You want to chew the clock, chew Buffalo's potential timeouts, and then if need be, bring out Sebastian Janikowski and put it out of reach.
And you wonder, Jerry Rice has this streak going. Why aren't the Raiders trying to get him the ball?
Yeah, you know, at this point in the season, guys, it's more important to win the game than worry about a streak. And Jerry Rice would be the first guy to tell you that's the type of professional he is.
2nd down and 7. Zaraway again.
And what a phenomenal streak it has been. It will never be matched. You're never going to find a wide receiver to play 19, 20 years and catch a pass in every game. So I don't think he has to worry about it being broken.
Jerry Rice, 274 consecutive games with the catch. The closest man to him, Art Monk, the great Redskin. Steve Largent, the great Seahawk. This streak, as I mentioned before, started in 1985.
Wow.
Robert Gallery was 5 years old. I was a senior in high school.
I was a senior in college watching him play with the 49ers. Little did I know that one day I'd be in the huddle with him.
That's right.
One of my good buddies. And, you know, you hate to see it go to an end, but I'm sure that Jerry, for a win, he'd trade it anytime. And like I said, that's a streak that will never be broken.
I'll tell you what, though, on 3rd and 5 right here at the 15.
You're going to throw it to him, huh?
You're going to throw it to him right here.
And I'm telling you, you got to keep it on the ground clock and go for the field goal.
Actually, he's not even in the game, so it won't be thrown to him. Zaraway running, and Zaraway gets to the 15-yard line. Prelo with the tackle.
So what you did by keeping the ball on the ground, you made Buffalo burn their last 2 timeouts, and you're going to bring Sebastian Janikowski out anyway. And from this range, he's
automatic.
Pretty close to automatic.
Tonight on 60 Minutes, how does a coach lead his team to the Super Bowl? Bill Belichick and John Fox, they know how to do it, and 60 Minutes will tell you how. Then it's a night of drama, beginning with Cold Case, followed by CSI Miami, and Without a Trace on a special night. It's all right here tonight on CBS, America's most watched network. Sebastian Janikowski has made 35 consecutive field goals from inside 45 yards. This one from 33. Janikowski, the left-footed kicker out of Florida State, has had a really nice career here in Oakland in his 5th season. Got it down, up, and oh! It is good.
What is I don't think the fans were sure. Were they? A little late signal there. They had to check it out.
The officials milked it, I tell you what, before they threw up their hands. Janikowski gets it away.
And there you go. Ooh, that was a little bit of a whoa. So now 2:27. You got the 2-minute warning, and you got to get 2 scores. It's a little uphill for the Buffalo Bills at this point.
Buffalo out of timeouts. And to be totally honest with you, the Buffalo offense has looked pretty bad today.
And I think a big part of that was they got away from their philosophy, which was to keep pounding the ball. They went to the air too often. A lot of pressure on Drew Bledsoe. We talked about how this offensive line isn't necessarily one of the top offensive lines at pass protection. It was great secondary coverage by this Oakland Raiders defense, and that combined with some blitzing linebackers made it a long day for Drew Bledsoe in the Bills passing game, and just never got that run game on track.
Janikowski sends it away. This one popped up in the air and fielded at the 18-yard line. Out of bounds goes London Fletcher after a 19-yard return. Don't forget, 60 Minutes is coming up next. Except for those of you on the West Coast.
And so this is one of those times where the Bills are going to have, if you're going to have to get 2 scores, you're going to have to get the ball downfield. And for the Raiders, that little guy, even that little guy knows it. Don't go into the event defense. They're going to try to put pressure on Drew Bledsoe. I think you're going to see some blitzes here. Drew's going to have to get rid of that ball quick, or he's going to be a sitting duck back there.
He's been sacked 6 times today. Bledsoe over the middle, and that one dropped. Wednesday on CBS, it's a Dr. Phil primetime event. Think you know how your kids act when you're not around? You might be surprised. He likes the Cowboys. 2nd and 10 at the 38. Here comes a corner blitz. And Charles Woodson grabs Drew Bledsoe. 7 sacks by the Raiders.
Knew that was coming.
And don't forget, tonight on CBS at 60 Minutes, followed by Cold Case, CSI Miami, and then Without a Trace. Tonight on CBS. And we're at the 2-minute warning. Oakland 2 minutes away from their first win of the season, leading the Bills 13-3. 13-3. Raiders on top of the Buffalo Bills. Drew Bledsoe and the Bills with the football, 3rd and 18 at the 30-yard line. Here's Bledsoe over the middle, and it's dropped by Moulds. And Danny Clark was in on the play once again. What a game it's been for Danny Clark.
Danny Clark's been all over the field this afternoon, making big play after big play for this Oakland Raider defense. Lassoing Travis Henry, had a big shot on Drew Bledsoe. Jumping on Henry once again. And guys, this Oakland Raider defense, Danny Clark and all, is a much improved defense over last year. It's where the Raiders struggled, and they did a great job adding to the defense this last offseason.
4th down and 18 for Bledsoe. He's going to have to fire it down the field. Does, has a receiver, and it's Lee Evans down at the 5.
Wow. Wow is right. And when something like that happens, somebody had to fall down, because there's no way on a 4th down like that just all of a sudden happens.
A 65-yard completion. Bledsoe to Lee Evans.
And they're going to spike the ball here.
Evans, the rookie out of Wisconsin, And we haven't heard his name called this afternoon. That's his first catch of the game.
Boy, and I just saw that ball hanging up, and all of a sudden nobody was around Lee Evans. Let's see if we can see that side of the screen. You see the Raiders in the prevent defense. That's why Drew Bledsoe had all day to throw. Wow. Ray Buchanan, Charles Woodson somehow letting Lee Evans get behind him, and you never know, Gus. A quick touchdown, an onside kick.
Here's Bledsoe rolling out, looking. Ball is.
I think he got it.
Touchdown, Moles.
Wow.
And just like that, the Bills get on the board, and they have a chance to cut this to a 3-point game.
And that went right through the hands of the Raiders defender. Watch the catch by Eric Moulds, though, right here at the bottom of your screen. Ray Buchanan tipped. Eric Moulds, one hand, and you see him drag that back foot before he falls out of bounds. And I guess I'd imagine that this would be replayed here in the last couple minutes on that big fourth down play.
Ryan Lindell for the extra point, and it's good. So with 1 minute and 20 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, the Bills cut the Raider lead to 3. A 6-play, 62-yard drive. The big play, Evans, a 65-yard reception. And don't forget, coming up next, it's
here for as a bounce or a ricochet.
And Lindell has to kick this in the correct way. He needs a high bounce.
We got it! Oh, he got it.
Oh! And it's picked up and out of bounds. Buchanan is it? No, Porter. Porter gets out of bounds. Bills had a shot.
And we talked about getting to Hop. That was it. Watch this ball. Comes out hot. You know it's going to get up. Bang! Oh, my!
Rashad Baker.
And he had a chance for it.
Back-up defensive back. Had it in his hands. Just mistimed it.
Now the Raiders all they have to do is just get the snap off, and I never thought we'd say this at this point, but they're just happy to hang on the way those last couple minutes went.
13-10. Bills without any timeouts remaining. So Oakland will most likely win this game, barring some kind of Buffalo miracle. Norv Turner will pick up his first win as the head coach of the Raiders, and Buffalo will fall 0-2. .46 seconds remaining. That should do it. So the Raiders will win 13-10. But one of the greatest streaks in the history of professional sports comes to an end. Jerry Rice and his consecutive game reception streak comes to an end at 274. Wow. Tim Brown now with the new streak, 174 games with the reception. And the final score, 13-10. Oakland defeats Buffalo. The Raiders improve 1-1, while the Bills fall to 0-2. Next up for the Raiders, John Gruden and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers right here in Oakland. And for the Bills, they will be at home against the defending world champion New England Patriots. 13-10 the final for Brent Jones. This is Gus Johnson saying so long. Now let's go to New York.
The Oakland Raiders hosted the Buffalo Bills in their 2004 home opener. With an electrified Raider Nation behind them, the Silver and Black unleashed its defense on Bills quarterback Drew Bledsoe. Bledsoe was sacked 7 times and struggled to keep any rhythm in the passing game, often forcing ill-advised throws. Although the Raider defense provided optimum field position, Oakland's offense had trouble cashing in. A 43-yard touchdown pass from Rich Gannon to Ronald Curry was the Raiders' only trip to the end zone. At the start of the fourth quarter, Oakland led 10-3. On 4th and goal from the 1, the Raider defense denied running back Travis Henry an opportunity to tie the game. After a Raider field goal, the Bills had the ball with just over 2 minutes to play. Bledsoe put together a 5-play, 57-yard drive to Oakland's 5-yard line. On 2nd and goal, Bledsoe found wide receiver Eric Moulds in the back of the end zone to bring the game within 3 points with a score of 13-10. With 1 minute and 27 seconds left on the clock, the Bills attempted an onside kick. It was recovered by the Raiders' Jerry Porter, and the Bills' hopes at a comeback were crushed. Norv Turner earned his first victory as a Raider with a 13-10 win over the Bills. The Seahawks hoped their road game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers would be nothing but smooth sailing, but quarterback Matt Hasselbeck got caught in choppy waters as Seattle's first drive ended with a Derek Brooks interception. The Buccaneers were unable to capitalize, but late in the first quarter, the Seahawks defense recorded an interception of their own. Second-year cornerback Marcus Trufant's pick set up a Hasselbeck to Corin Robinson 27-yard touchdown strike early in the second quarter. Facing a 10-0 deficit, Tampa Bay benched starting signal caller Brad Johnson in favor of Chris Sims. Against Seattle's stingy defense, the second-year quarterback out of Texas was unable to deliver and fumbled inside the red zone, forcing the Buccaneers to settle for a Martin Gramatica field goal late in the second quarter. After another Gramatica field goal, Tampa Bay pulled to within 4 late in the fourth quarter, but a Marcus Trufant interception seemingly ended their comeback hopes. However, after careful review, the pick was nullified due to a roughing the passer penalty, giving the Buccaneers another opportunity. This time, however, Seattle was ready, and Michael Boulware's interception clinched the 10-6 victory for the undefeated Seahawks. The win marks the first time since 1994 that Seattle has begun their season with 2 consecutive road wins.
Kurt Menefee along